What's up everyone, it's Sam from 64 Wheels, back with more diecast, and we have yet another premium Fast and the Furious Hot Wheel release. So, this is the second wave of 2024. I unboxed the first 5 cars on a video a couple weeks ago, and I will link that video down in the description. We now have wave 2. So as you can see, this is 5 cars. There is no chase in this line. It's just 5 cars. There's no black version. There's no 0 of 0. It's just these 5 cars. One is brand new. That is the Toyota Soarer. This is a background car from Tokyo Drift. Really good looking casting. I'm pumped to open this one up, but the rest are repeats. And as you can see here, we have a lot of repeats of a particular model, the 72 Ford Gran Torino Sport. I cannot state how much I hate this casting now. We have got it a whopping 7 times in this line, and I am so sick of buying it. Like, the first couple, I was okay. I was like, oh, okay, basic. Oh, okay, we got a premium. Now we've gotten 2 premiums and 5 basics. It's too much. This car was not cool enough or starred in enough of the movies to get 7 releases. They've kind of done the same thing with the Grand National from the same movie, Fast 4, Fast and Furious. I hate it. I'm so sick of seeing it. I don't want to buy it anymore for my collection. There's so many more cars Hot Wheels could have given us. Where is the single release of the Supra? Like, why are we not getting a single release of the orange Supra or countless other cars from the movie? Instead, they're just bombarding us with this Torino, and I hate it. I never want to see it again. If they destroyed the casting to it tomorrow, that would be not soon enough. So as you can see, we have tons of those set up, but we are now actually at 5 releases of the S15, which I didn't realize we were up to that many releases of that until I broke them all out. Started looking at them. We are at 3 of the Mustang and 3 of the BMW. So some of these cars starred in the movies more than others or had more screen time. BMW over here, background car from Fast 7, I believe. The Mustang was Tyrese's car, which was Roman Pierce's car in Fast 6. I believe that was like the helicopter scene or whatever. They're from the tank scene with the Daytona and the Escort. Soarer was a background car in Tokyo Drift. And as we know, the S15 Silvia, the Mona Lisa, that was a pretty pivotal car in the story because they ended up using the engine for that one to go in the Mustang at the end. So it's kind of a mix of background and star cars. So I guess we are just going to bust into these suckers and take a look at them. As you can tell, I'm a huge Fast and the Furious fan, but it's starting to get kind of tiresome to buy a lot of these because it's not like they're super important cars. Like, I understand the Supra, the Eclipse, the Chargers, and even from later movies, some of the other cars that were like star cars, but to get 3 of a background car and 7 of this Torino in 10 years, I mean, it's one basically every year in a couple months. I mean, it's just too much at this point. Even if it's a popular casting like the S15, I don't know if we need 5 of them. So I don't know. I really hope they start getting some more variation and different models into this line, because we are now 11 years into it and I've collected every single one. And it's starting to get very tiring. So I don't know. If you're getting tired of this line, let me know. I'm still pumped on the new models and I'm still going to collect it. Like, it's always nice to see new releases because after this many years, we love to see new releases. But the Torinos are killing me. I gotta admit, the Torinos are killing me. So now that I've kind of complained about it, let's go ahead and look at each of these. We'll look at the package and then we'll go ahead and bust them open. So here, let me pull the light over a little bit. We have the Silvia S15, the Mona Lisa from Tokyo Drift. 1 of 5. Here is the back of it, which I do like now that they've been adding the movie, like the specific movie the car was from, because it helps you remember and it's just nice to have that. There's the barcode if you want to see that. So we will bust that one open. As I said, this is the new one, the Soarer from the background of Tokyo Drift, and I will overlay a picture of it when we get to it from the actual movie. There you can see Tokyo Drift in it. There's an interesting feature on this casting that I'm excited to discuss with you because I don't know if it's meant to be there or not. But this one, the Torino, this is from Fast and Furious Fast 4. we're going to be discussing this one, even though this is the 7th one. We're going to discuss what they got right and what they got wrong on this one, which you'd be surprised now that 7 in, what they are still getting wrong. The Mustang from Fast 6, boom, there it is right there. This is actually a really nice casting, a good release. I could see this one being picked up just because the casting itself is cool, and it hasn't had as many releases as the Trino. And lastly, we have the, I believe this is an E46, right? Yes, E46 BMW M3, which they have released a few times before. We'll look at each of those, and that one is from Furious 7. So let's go ahead. We'll just go in order, and we will bust this one open. So here is the S15. This casting is really nice. I think it has a good fan following. This car in real life has a good fan following. The paint job on it looks good. The wheels are excellent. So let's go ahead and take a look at this one, and then we will kind of compare it to some of the other ones. So it is now the 3rd time we've gotten this release. We'll kind of go over all the releases here. The first time, this was in, 2019. This came out in the very first wave of Fast and the Furious cars. So this is a kind of like an OG of the premium line here. It has the printer style tampos, and as you can see there, it's not done very well. This was kind of not earlier in the process, but they were still kind of getting this line together, and you can see there that the printer like material didn't even like generate over the whole thing, like it didn't lay right. And then you can see the front being a different one from the side, and then them not lining up. Like the stripe doesn't line up at all. It actually looks really bad. It does. Like that looks terrible. The taillights look okay. They're not on centered. The Silvia and the Nissan logo don't look very good. But the release itself, the casting, the wheels, it's good. Just the tampos suck. So then the second one we got was in this Racer's Edge box. And that was from, what year was that? I don't even remember. 2021, I believe. And you can tell they've lined up the casting, the tampos a little bit better on this one. So you can see that they're still a little messed up, but they're definitely better than the first one. The colors are a little different. The orange on the left one, the second one, is a little bit different from the first. Same wheels, same everything else. I don't think there's really any other big differences. The tampos appear to be the same. They look just as bad on the trunk, in my opinion. The chassis appear to be the same. There's really no difference. So then when we take this one, you'll notice that it appears to have the correct color, or a more correct color stripe than the original. So do I have the original or I have the second one? This is the second one. Let's go to the original. So you can see the coloration on the front is a little brighter, definitely brighter on the stripe. It looks better. It is a printer style tampo still. You can see right there, it's just right around the, what is that, the C pillar. It's just not looking good. It just looks printed. It was there on the original. It's still not looking good. It's looking better, but it's not looking up what it should look like. Same with the taillight tampos. They're not very good. They're kind of crooked. There you can see like on the edge, it didn't even match up. They didn't even match up the side tampo with the actual like back tampo there. The Silvia looks less legible on the new one. The blue color appears to be a little darker. So when we compare these three, let's go with the second one. Still, the paint has a horrible orange peel on them. If I was going to get one of the premiums, I would probably get the newest one just because the color on it seems to be the best. They all have the horrible printer style graphics. The first and second one were not good, but the third one does appear to have a better coloration. So if you're looking to spend money on these castings, I would definitely go for the newest one because they seem to have perfected some of the details on that. So I would go with that one. This one, I just thought it would bring up. This is the Fast Rewind. This is the vintage Silvia that they gave the same kind of paint job to. It's not really, I hate these cars because they didn't appear in the movie at all. They're just totally fantasy. I like the cars actually from the movie, but I bought this release obviously just to stay up on all the castings. in the Fast and the Furious releases. So we have that one. And then last year in 2023, we got the first basic version. So we got it in the Walmart 10 car line, and then we also got it in the 10 pack. Now, both of these castings are nice. I honestly think the tampos on these look better, even though the less detailed inks, they're the non-printer, they are the ink stamp tampos. They look decent. Like, to me, that looks better. Let's look at the premium. Like, to me, I don't know. The ink stamped ones on the basic look better to me. I don't like that printer style. I think they look bad. I'm just not a fan of them. I like ink stamped tampos. I think they look better. But there you can see even the coloration on the new premium appears to be the best one. So if you're going to buy one of these S15s, over the 5 that they've released so far, the new one is the best one. I will say that they updated the color, which does make a big difference. They now smoothed over that bumper line, which looks a lot better than the other two. So even though it's nowhere near perfect, this is the best version Hot Wheels makes. So shout out to them for at least improving the model. So let me know also which one of these do you think is the best, if I'm on with the new one being the best one, or if you like the other ones better. So next up, the Toyota Soarer. This was the Lexus SC 400, I believe. 430, 400, 300, Lexus SC 300. I can't remember. My brother actually had one of these in this exact color a couple years ago. He had a 5-speed one. It was actually a nice car. I can't remember what he sold it for. I think he got a Camaro after that. But I like this casting. Hot Wheels had this casting back in the day, but I believe this is a totally new casting. I don't think it is a retooling, because you can kind of tell it has the body kit where the original did not. It's kind of got a nicer spoiler. The original did not. So this one's going to be hot. A first release of a JDM casting, a Soarer, it's going to go fast. This is probably going to be the one. This and the S15 are going to go missing out of this set, definitely first. And these other ones are going to be peg warmers for sure. Definitely the Torino. So let's go ahead and look at it. It does have the printer style graphics. Not the best, but they don't look terrible on this one because of the background color. They add a little bit to it, but it's still not done the best. It does have marker lights. It's got the Falcon tires on the side. The graphics don't. Again, ink stamp tampos to me are where it's at. This does not look good. So we go back to the taillights. They're rather simple. Printer style graphics, same with the Toyota. There you can see the Toyota, just how like gross it looks. You have some of the the printer graphic glitter, I guess is what I'm calling it, on the reverse lights. There you can see it's like pink, blue. It's the basically yellow, cyan, and red that they use for printing. If you have a home printer that takes like ink cartridges, that's what those colors are right there. It's overlaying, like it's kind of like sprinkling on there. I hate it. But as a casting, this looks excellent. So it does have the metal chassis. There you can see there. All the cars in this set have a T01 or T02 base code, that means they were made in the first or second week of 2024. So it's pretty cool. They were made very early in the year. I like the wheels on it. The interior looks pretty detailed. You can't really see a ton of it through the window. It is right-hand drive, which would match with the Soarer and not the Lexus version. But the one thing I was saying that I noticed was a little bit odd. They have 2 dots right there that are actually molded into the bumper that appear to be license plate holes, and I don't know why. It's definitely not just like a fault in the paint, like it just didn't land there. Those are actual like license plate holes, and I have no idea why, because the car, even in the graphic, does not have those. I don't know if the movie car had it. I don't know why they cast that in there, but it's in there and it looks ugly. I don't know why they did that. I mean, I'm not really sure. Let me know in the comments if you know why they did that, or if there's something else planned for those holes. I don't know, but it's definitely an odd thing that they added that. I don't know. Let me know what you think of those in the comments, because that's kind of odd to me. Overall, this casting would probably get a 10. The casting is excellent. It's shaped right. It's scaled right. It looks great. The wheels look good. Let's see if it rolls. Oh yeah, it rolls really nicely. So I think they did a good job with this one. This one will be super hot, but let me know what you think of that bumper in the comments. It's just kind of odd they did that. So All right, on to the worst casting ever made in Fast and the Furious history, the Ford Torino. Whoop. All right, I hate this thing. I can't tell you my hate enough for this. So, 72 grand Torino. This is now the 7th version. Oh, there's a little like metal slag left on that one. Oh, they didn't do very good on that one. Okay. So the first time, I'm going to go over these. So this is obviously 2024. We got it in the Walmart set in 2014 and 2015. 2019, we got it in the 5-pack. 2020, we got it in the premium for the first time. 2021, we got it in another 5-pack. 2023, we got it in the Walmart 10-car set. So all of these have different wheels, kind of a little different paint variations. So we will go over them one more time, even though I hate them. So here's the very first one from 2013 or 14, whatever people consider it. I don't know. It's got these like double 5-spoke wheels on it. It's got the stripe, no other graphics. It doesn't have taillights or headlights or anything like that. And it is more of a lighter emerald green than we'll see in some of the other releases. So the second one, there you can see the color variation by a lot. Same striping, same kind of everything. There's no extra detail. Really, the difference in the two are the PR5s on this one, and then we have that darker color green from the first release. So then I think, what was it? The 5-pack would have been in 2019. It got different 5-spoke wheels and yet another shade of green, if you can see that. So it got probably the darkest one so far, at least out of the main lines. But then in 2020, we got the premium, and it is also another shade of green. It is different from all the other ones. It does have the premium paint on it. This one, for the first time, we got the headlights, grille graphics, and the turn signal tampos, as well as taillights. So one interesting thing about this casting, it also has the chrome interior, but it has the closest to being correct to the screen used car wheels. It has the vintage racing wheels. It looks very similar to the wheels that were on the movie, but I think the wheels in the movie actually had a gray center. So they're not quite correct. But the big difference on the premium is that the front bumper here, because it's not cast in a plastic color, was left chrome. In the real car in the movie actually had green underneath this front sail panel, which we'll probably see right here even. It's green on the card art. So in terms of being more correct, color-wise, probably the basic, but the most correct one so far would be the premium. Now we got it in another 5-pack, which I believe is another color. Is this the same color? Yes, this is another color. So you could almost do the green color rainbow with these. I don't know if you can even see them there, but they're all different green colors. They are. So this one, again, it has the same wheels as 2014 or 15. No taillights, nothing else. There's really no reason to buy any basic one but this next one. So this next one, this 2023 basic, this is the best basic. It has the same detail as the premium. It has the taillights, marker lights, side tampos. It has the grille, the headlights, and the fog lights. So when we kind of compare it to the premium, we'll see that I kind of think the basic looks better because it does have that correct lower green on it, where this one is chrome. It also has a chrome interior. So the only thing I think that the premium has up on this one is those wheels. Same thing. Then, well, I can't remember what is this the second 5-pack one? Probably. This is probably the second 5-pack one right here. Another shade of green. It doesn't have anything painted. So you can kind of tell. I mean, it's just, they're just everywhere. So then we take the new one right here, which has a T01 base code, like I was saying. Another shade of green. This one, to me, has more like that bass boat look in it than the previous one. This one does have it a lot, but for some reason, the one here is sparkling more in real life. And I don't know if it's just because the paint is fresher, but it appears to have the same detail as this one. The grille is black. It's more black, which is probably more realistic. This one looks, it has the printer style on it. It's terrible. It looks bad. This one looks a little bit better, but it is still printer style. Same vintage racing wheels, taillights in the back. So if you're going to buy one of these, I would probably say If you're going premium, buy the new one because it does appear to have the better grille tampo because the rest of the car is exactly the same. I hate the chrome interior, and there's chrome interiors on all of them. So none of those are correct for the movie, but the most correct one, or at least better condition or better just release overall, would be the newest one here. Yay for that because it has the best detail. And then if you're going basic, get the 2023 because it's painted just like the premium. So when we compare the new one, you can see the tampo detailing actually still on the basic is the best one. So if you could kind of wheel swap this one, this would be the best one because it does have the green on the front. So if you're going premium, get the new one. If you're going basic, get the 2023 basic. Now that horrible just happening is done, let's move on to the Mustang. So the Mustang had 3 releases so far. The first one was in 2019. This is an M11 base coat. Good casting. They are printer style tampos there. You can see the headlight has it looks like funfetti cake batter in there. The grille and the fog lights are okay. The stripes are okay. I don't mind those. I think those look kind of good. The back there, not good. Printer style tampos. So the next one was in this box right here. So this came out in what? Let me see here. Where's the date on this? 2022. This is one of the Fast and the Furious premium boxes. It came with these cars. So then we got the second release, and I think these were Walmart or Amazon exclusives. I can't remember. So we take the second release. It also has the printer style tampos. Then we flip it over. Same graphics, and then yeah, same printer style, but I don't know if the camera is picking it up. These are 2 different shades of white. The first one is more of a off-white, and this one is more of like an Oxford white, like a pure white. They both have the same interiors. They both have the same detail, same wheels. So probably the most accurate one would be the pure white one, to the screen used one, I think, which would be the box set. So let's go ahead and take a look at this new one and see which one, what color it is, see if there's any big differences on this one. I do like this casting though. I think this is a good casting, but I don't want to see it 7 times. 3 is probably enough for me. So let's look. Printer style, still not great. Same on the front, not good. Same wheels. Let's see if it's the same interior. Yes, same interior, same stripes, same everything. So yeah, I don't really think there is a big difference. This is the same color as the box set one. So if I was going to buy one, again, I would buy this new one just because I think the color variation is the best. I think it's the most accurate to the movie. Otherwise, it doesn't really matter. If you don't care about accuracy and you already have one of these, it doesn't matter. If you don't care about just the white color being a little bit different, doesn't matter there either. But I will say, I think they're making good strides in the colors. So I think the color on this one is better than the other one. So won't dwell on that one a super long time. Just a really nice casting. If you like this release, buy it again. If you're looking for one, just buy the new one. You don't have to mess with the other 2. So lastly, we have the BMW M3. This was the background car in Furious 7. I believe it was like the short Race Wars clip. I've put it in the video when I originally unboxed it a couple years ago. So the first one, 2021, second one, 2023 last year, and now the 2024. So we'll go ahead and look at this one. Printer style graphics. The M3 looks terrible. The BMW logo looks terrible. The side graphics look terrible. The window is kind of okay. I don't really like it because it has the particles or like the little sprinkles around the edges. The front printer style graphics, again, not the best. So let's look at the first release, see if there's a color difference. It does not appear. Oh, there is a color difference. So this one seems to be more like deep white, I guess, and this one is almost like a cooler white. I don't know if that's coming through on the camera, but there's definitely a difference. Let me look at it down here. Yeah, I would say the first one was just a little bit different, and then the second one, let me make sure I'm looking at these right. Yeah, the second one. So let's look at the first one. First one, printer style M3 is unreadable. The trunk logo is not good. The front, same here again. Second release, it looks like they shrunk the tampos a little bit. They're a little bit smaller. They're almost worse. There's a little bit more orange in the corner light, but look at the graphics. I mean, they're terrible. Absolutely trash. The paint on this one in general is absolutely trash. So the wheels are all the same. I believe these are the same color. Oh, there's really not a lot of color difference. Even in real life, I don't see a color difference. Same with here. I don't really see a color difference on the new one. But both tampos, I mean, really all the tampos on these are trash. So we'll take a look at the second one compared to the third one. I think the graphics look closer to the first one on the front, I think. Yeah, so these are probably the closest ones. I don't see any really huge differences. Still looks horrible on the side. Still looks horrible on the back. So let me see. The first one is a little bit deeper red. The next two have brighter red light. So really, to me, they're all terrible. So they're all the same. They all have the same color wheels. They all have very similar. It's a little bit different white. Maybe it's just how thick the painting is. But I think this one and this one, the second ones, have a little bit more brighter white, where this one's more like a deeper white color. But really, it doesn't matter. They're all terrible. They all have terrible graphics. Which one is S24, and then this one is the new one. Yeah, so to me, there's no difference. Pick whichever one you want. It doesn't really make a difference because they're all so similar and they're all so badly tampoed. So just to wrap it up, to go over it again, I think if you're going to buy an S15, the one from this set is the one to buy because it does have the most refined graphics and it has the same detail as the other previous one. If you're going to buy a premium Torino, I would probably buy this one because it has the darker grille. Where is it? Yeah, the darker grille right here. And then if you're going to buy a basic, I would buy the basic from last year because of the grille coloration. The Mustangs, I would buy the new one, again, from this set because it has the best color and the same detail as the other one. So I think that's the best. The Soarer didn't have anything to compare to, and then the BMW, it doesn't matter because they're all kind of trash anyways. Good casting, trash tampos all around with really no differences. So I know that was a long chat, but covering these vehicles in detail, I hope are really helping people go through their castings, deciding which ones to buy, which ones to skip, which ones to double up on if you like a certain one. I hope it's helping. It's helping me go through and figure out which ones are in my collection, like where they kind of go, where I'm ranking them. So the S15 is good. I really like the Soarer. So let me know what you thought of this in the comments. Let me know what you think of each individual model. If you agree with my assessment of each one being the best one that I picked over the video, let me know what you think of this new Soarer and just the Fast and the Furious line. Are you still collecting them? Let me know if anyone else has been crazy enough to buy all 7 of these Torinos, or if it's just me and I'm an idiot and I should stop buying them. But I've completely collected the Fast and the Furious line to completion to this point. So I'm not going to stop, even though if there's 8 or 9 or 10 of these, I'm going to have to buy them because I have them all now. So again, I really appreciate you watching. I hope this is helping you keep up to date with the best and the latest greatest on the Hot Wheels Fast and the Furious Basic and Premium line. Let me know what you think of these all in the comments. Again, I really appreciate you watching. I have such great discussions in the comments with other collectors about the models, about the play sets we cover. So I appreciate it. We're getting so close to 20,000. I never thought I would hit 20,000 subscribers. So I really thank you for that. I hope to get even more so we can keep having these discussions about which models are good, which models are bad, and which to buy and skip and all that good stuff. So I appreciate you watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.